Howdy folks, it's Lancel90 here. Welcome to Let's Play Transport Fever 2. So Transport Fever 1, I played by myself just on my off time. I really enjoyed it though, actually. I was kind of surprised. It's a very relaxing kind of game. And I figured with Transport Fever 2 out, let's go ahead and actually record it. So, we're going to jump into the campaign, I think. The free games are interesting, but the campaign was actually pretty fun last time.
Mankind is constantly creating amazing new inventions. Get involved in rapid technological progress and ensure smoothly running transportation in different regions of the world.
Interesting. Last time there was only 2 campaigns. It was just America and Europe. So we'll start with whatever campaign 1 is.
America, in the midst of the 19th century. In the Nevada territory, where until recently only a handful of buffalo grazed, nowadays, it's all hustle and bustle. Beyond the Sierra and near the Carson River, gold has been found. There's supposed to be loads of it. All you need to do is dig it up. Anyone who keeps at it hard enough will be richly rewarded. What a splendid opportunity.
Okay. So Transport Fever is kind of like a spiritual successor to like the Train Tycoon games. Or Railroad Tycoon games, I think they're called. It does have more than just railroads. It has roads and planes, and I don't think there's boats. There might be boats in this one now. But trains are still like the main thing that you focus on. But there is all these other options too, which make it pretty interesting. And it is based on technological development, so at the start you won't have very much. You'll just have some basic trains and some like horse-drawn buggies.
Welcome to uncharted territory, newcomer. Want to get rich? Then you're in just the right place. Gold Rush fever holds sway in Virginia City. And you lucky devil, you've won the mining rights for a promising claim in a poker game at the Red Dog Saloon. Soon, you'll be hauling out gold nuggets as big as a cat's head. Thanks to cleverness and luck at cards, you have a gold mine all your own. The former owner, a gallant saloon by the name of Susie, who plays a lousy hand of poker, already took care of the groundwork, and a practical woman, she left the necessary equipment behind too. Now all you have to do is to find the mine. Get an overview and find out where the riches lie.
Just tilt the camera.
Discover the entrance to the tunnel. What a promising claim. Even though only a few boulders have been mined so far, that's no reason to lose heart. You'll just have to dig deeper. You ought to get hold of some solid timber from the nearby forest, so that the fine shaft doesn't cave in. The beams will be excellent for stabilizing the tunnel. Build a station where the horse carts can be packed with logs.
Truck stop, it says. Specifically the truck stop and not the truck station. Okay. Oh no, it wants to chase. See, it needs to be particular about what that means, because those all are different things.
Explain to the sort of thick-skulled driver which route he should take.
Establish a line which runs from the new stop to the existing stop near the mine. So there's the other stop. All we're gonna do. The lines are down here. Sometimes it can be a little funky, like you'd think like...
There's got to be a small depot to park the horse-drawn carts too.
Like sometimes you'd think that the first one you click on is the first stop and the second one's the second stop, and that's what it seems like. But sometimes when you send add vehicles to the path, they'll head to the second stop before they get to the first one. And it's just kind of odd. Okay, so we'll drop that there.
Everything's all
It should get more freeform as we go.
All you have to do is to get hold of a cart to transport the wood.
Just one.
A sturdy vehicle. Transport can get started. It won't be long before it's possible to dig deeper. Well then, good luck.
Into the car stop. Horse cart has delivered logs to the mine, so the horse cart's gonna come out of here. Song's a little bit too loud. Let's try that. So there's our force cart, so it's just going to use the roads, and okay, that time it did go to this one first and then that one. So it did at least work right that time. So let's see, I don't know if we have a quota to make or if it just wants us to deliver one set of logs. I think it just wants one set of logs, so we'll just follow this vehicle for now. Zoom in on it and watch it go. Obviously, because it's just a horse-drawn buggy, it's really slow, so we're going to go all the way up to 3 times speed. So the vehicles will pick up supplies at one location and then drop them off in the other one. But they don't go from building, from like supply to demand directly. They go to these stops first. And they unload at the stops, and then the stops deliver to the place that actually needs it.
Maybe your poker partner was sharper than you thought. Despite all the hardship, the mine only brings in a few chunks of silver ore. At best, you ought to get rid of it before it ruins you. Luckily, you greenhorns constantly get stranded in Virginia City, who you can peddle that confounded pit to for good money. So, you got rid of the silver mine for a decent amount.
I think I'll
This money in a lucrative venture. And there's
mute the voiceover.
all the ore from the mine.
Okay. And I'll just read it, because I can read a lot faster than he can. Select the highlighted cargo station, rotate it, and place it in the highlighted area. We want the variant that's 120. Let's see, I think it's M and N to rotate. There we go. Variant is treacherous and requires very few twisted curves. Connect the open ends of the track at Devil's Pass and Skull Rock Hills to Washington Hill. So we just gotta patch the train here ourselves. I guess we're gonna tunnel through this one. Tunnels are expensive, so you want to try to avoid them. I'm not even sure how the no tunnel would work there. I don't know why it was an option. Usually it reds out when they're like not an option. Now we could do this as like a wider turn than just doing this default curve here. That would allow it to have more speed. I don't know if the trains that we're going to have are going to be... Okay, we have to do it in one go for the tutorial here. These starring trains probably aren't going to go fast enough for that to matter anyway, but... This one's going to build a bridge, which is expensive. Normally we'd try to avoid that if we could. Establish a new line that runs from the newly built station to the cargo station. So, we'll build another line here. Let's change this one to Wood, Virginia. And then we'll make a new line from here to there. Need a train depot. Trains are, this is where we actually get our trains. Normally I try to build it on flat terrain, so the cost to build it isn't as hard, but wants us to build it right here. And then we've got to give it a branch off where they can get on here. If we do it more gradually, they can go faster. build a locomotive and 3 freight cars for the silver ore. Got the train depot. We only have the one type of train engine right now, so we'll just grab that, the Baldwin 6 wheels. And we also only have a passenger car and the gondola. What's 3 of these? Okay. Let's see if I'm just curious, like, see if like our max speed got limited by putting on more, but it doesn't seem like it right now. So that will be fine. So we'll buy this train. And then we'll connect the train to the line, just like we did with the horse-drawn carriage, except it's for railroad. There it is. Pretty cool. So yeah, the way things work, there's places that just spawn resources, which would be like this forest. It just produces resources, but it actually won't produce anything unless there's a stop next to it. So it'll produce stuff and send it to the stop if you have a stop there. And then you'd build your line like we did to this place. And then this one won't fill up with anything until there's stuff being dropped off there. And then it gets dropped off there and then gets sucked up into, well, this actually it looks like. And then the silver mine. These are actually not related, even though they kind of acted like it in the tutorial there. This thing is also just kind of like the forest. It's not going to only going to generate supplies if there's a station to drop the supplies off at. And also something on the line. So even if you build these 2 things, it won't start stocking until you have vehicles on the line. First trains rolling down the line, people don't pass up on a chance to climb aboard and give them a friendly wave. Go on the train and use the cockpit camera. I think it's this one. You can follow it through the tunnel. Pretty cool. All thanks to us. This task completed. I wonder if we can check our objectives. I'm guessing in the first game, or the first mission here, it's just going to do them all automatically. But later we'll have, like, or imagine we'll have built-in objectives. Bonus objectives, I mean. And we'll have to actually find them and complete them. So it's delivering it to the silver ore processing. Thanks to your railroad, silver smelting is moving fast and furious. Meanwhile, all sorts of fine ladies and high-class gents get off in Carson City. Make sure they don't ruin their good shoes on the muddy streets. Activating later. Find out about the needs of your future passengers. Use the land use layer. I think this is a new one, so I don't know what this does necessarily. Your services are needed to the same degree everywhere in town. Build a bus stop in each of the highlighted areas in Carson City. So is the darker color like the higher need, or is the darker color the least need? I guess we'll find out once we start building these. So bus stops. And you can see as we move this, like different places highlight and de-highlight. We ideally want to get like as many buildings well serviced as we can. Seems like over here gets us a little bit more done than like up here. Put that there. Then we need one in here. This one. Want to be on the right side of the road so there's less stops along the way. This one, it doesn't seem to matter quite as much where we put it. Might be a little bit better here. Although we might want to move it here just so there's room for traffic to pile up behind it. Otherwise it could cause issues. Then over here, this there seems fine. Let's make a new line. Call this the silver train, so we don't get confused. I'll make a new line from here to here to here. We could even have it stop here again after it goes there, but not necessarily necessary. So we need another vehicle depot. I think we already had one in the other city. I don't think we placed one of these. But it's the same thing as a train depot, basically. That's letting us put this anywhere. Yeah. I'll just put it over here for now. Need 3 passenger carriages. They are. Attach them to line 1. There they go. And then the town also has its own people moving around. Now we just have to wait for them to get some passengers picked up. Now passengers in Transport Fever 1 were one thing that like never really worked that well for me. So I'm hoping it'll work a little bit better this time. Like it always seemed like they weren't really using the person transport. I can see no one even got picked up there, so I'm still not sure for sure. Let's see. Territorial Enterprise report. A beast is up to no good in the area, according to eyewitnesses. It leaped from tree to tree. It was at least 10 feet tall and had a shaggy black pelt and enormous feet. Asked the reporter what it's all about. And the reporter of a certain Mr. Clemens has revealed a source to you, a good-for-nothing by the name of Sam Hawkins. He's supposed to be in the saloon in Virginia City. It could be it means buying him a couple of shots of hard liquor before he comes up with the truth. So kind of like black and white kind of like side missions going on here too. The good man was happy to provide information. The monsters got a few feet taller with each whiskey you bought him. Word has it that it gobbles up whole cows and picks out the remains with its teeth with a wagon tongue. Our informer thinks it's hanging around near the Ponderosa Ranch, if he's not mistaken. Old Cartwright and his son take kindly to your visit to the Ponderosa Ranch. Apparently you're not the first to be hot on the monster's heels. The rancher claims that a dozen laid siege to their land. But just when he was about to run them off, they hurried away towards Lake Tahoe with a paper hot off the presses in their hands. Disillusionment. The Territorial Enterprise reports. The wild man is dead. His body was committed to the waters of Lake Tahoe, where it will sink to a depth of over 600 feet, be encased motionless in a block of ice, and shrink to the size of a small child due to the high pressure. Well, I guess not much can be done about that. So it was a murder? Like, I didn't really follow what happened there. Oh, nothing to see here. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see, is this done? Make sure that's done first. Make sure that the rest of the world is finally connected to Carson City, a veritable boomtown. Build a passenger station in Carson City and connect it with the passenger station in Reno using trucks. Yeah, this passenger stuff just never worked for me. want the terminus, or does it want... Oh, we only have the terminus, so that must be what they want. There's two different types of stops. There's the terminus, which is just like a dead end, and then there's one that has like a flow through. We don't want to knock any buildings down, but we do also want road access. Now let's try to do this smart if it'll let us. No, it won't let us. It's probably just going to make us build one straight line again. Once we have more freedom, we might want to like mess around with... No, we actually will have to do it in multiple pieces, okay. Normally we'd pull up like the contour map to see like where the hills are at and try to build on flat terrain. But right now we don't really have that option, so I'm just going to kind of snake it in, and here kind of looks a little flat. Through this forest. Again, with these slow trains, it's not really going to matter. But it's good to get in the habit, I think. I curve it this way. It seems like it's a little bit higher over there. May just be my imagination. Until I get the contours map, it's going to be difficult. Here we go. All right. Buying a passenger train, build a depot near the new line, connect it, build it by another locomotive and 3 passenger stations. Okay. Looks like we have the freedom to place this wherever we want this time. So I just kind of like to look around the tracks and just try to find a cheap space to put it. And it seems like over here is pretty cheap. And that's just based on the terrain, I think. Like how far it has to... It might be a little close, though. I think that's connected. There was moments in the previous game, though, where it looks like it's connected, but it's not actually connected, so you kind of gotta watch out for that. I built it a little bit too close to the place, but that's okay. It can just go this way. It'll be fine. Sometimes I like to do it both ways so I can get out either direction, but... Alright, let's buy a train. We still just have the 6-wheeler and 3 passenger cars. I'll send you on... Oh, we haven't made the line yet. Probably should have done that first so that we don't have to, Oops. I realize we're still on this list here. Here we go. We'll select our train. Ponderosa Ranch. There's a fire up in Glenbrook. I'll get the steam engines and the Silverworks puffing real nice, but watch out that you don't cross past the Cartwrights from the Ponderosa Ranch. They're not kind of folks to tangle with. I barely got away from the Cartwright boys. Now get a respectable load of logs down to the valley as fast as possible before the ranchers come back. Divert logs from the ranch to the timber supply. Okay, let's pause it for a moment. I want to get these bonus tasks done before we complete the main game, you know? So, let's pick some of these line names here. You are Carson Bus. You are Carson to, was it Reno? Green. Okay, you've got stuff, so you're going to need truck station. I assume. I don't know what these little connection lines like up here are exactly. I'm gonna put it there so they have them. Just it seems like it could be useful for something, but they didn't used to be in the old game. So, and then these need to go to this timber supply. Okay, there's already a station there. A new line here to here. You are wood arson. Then we will. I don't know how many it's going to want us to make. I'll go for 3. And we'll just send those all to arson wood. Alright, let's unpause. Like, there's already no passengers here, but we did just make this train, so I don't really know how long we need to wait for that. There's one person here. There they are. Okay. I was going to say, it used to show, like, how many people were waiting. Okay, people are coming on now. That's good, that's good. That was, like, my biggest hold up in the last game. I beat the entire campaign, except for, like, it was either, like, the very last mission or the second to last one. It wanted a route like this, basically. For passengers, and this, no one wanted to ride the train. I did like everything I could to try to make the train like as fast as possible, and then I bought like the best train as possible, and it just didn't really matter to them. They just wouldn't take it, so I couldn't finish the game. Let's try to rush through this though. Hopefully we can get this done in one episode. I don't want to carry on the same round here into 2 videos. Until we get further in the game, I'm not really going to be able to comment on, like, do I think this one's better than the first one or anything, because right now it seems pretty much the same. It might have better graphics or something, but... Oh yeah, towns kind of grow naturally on their own, which is kind of cool. So you just saw that road get placed down, and now there's some buildings popping up. Like, every town has needs that they want met. Like, they'll have, like... Let's see, I don't know. Seems a little bit harder to tell with this one because it's a scenario. In the freeform mode, it'll say like what kind of resources the city needs to grow and like how many people need to move and stuff. This one is not really saying that for these cities though. It's sufficient to say just the more that you can move people around and move supplies in and out of the city, the better off they'll be. Hope you guys actually were able to grab some stuff. They were. Like, I'm sure we're not really making money with this scenario. Yeah. Making money can be a little bit rough, but they gave us so much to start with that just doesn't matter. It'll matter more as we go forward, though, I'm sure. This is just a tutorial, basically, it seems like. It's hard to make money with these horse-drawn buggies. They're so slow. Full steam ahead. Thanks to the supply, solar ore processing is running in full swing, which means your transport business is too. Okay. So we got all 3 of the bonus objectives done, so now we're just waiting for the train. which should be done after this load, because this train's loaded up. Can we see the people in the train? I'm sure we can. Ah. Yeah, it's getting closer. It is pretty cool, isn't it? It looks like the people transport's actually working this time, which is actually really cool. That's going to help a lot, I think, in our campaign missions. It could be, though, that just because this is a tutorial, they're, like, spawning them more. But, like, last time, I didn't do any passenger transport because it just wouldn't work. No one would ride them. Like, this seems like it's going to be a good way to make money because they're filling this up quick. Yeah, a lot of different games have tried to fill this niche that the Railroad Tycoon left behind. I think this one probably gets the closest. It's still some stuff that people don't really like. I don't even know what those are, but I know that people still don't like this maybe as much as Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 or something. I think it's a good experience. And just really relaxing. At least compared to Cataclysm and Escape from Tarkov and everything. Just playing a game like this is pretty relaxing to me. There we go. We did it. So our business is doing splendidly, and a cluster of pathetic shacks has become the swankiest town in the whole West. Here's where you'll find the most exquisite shops, the best salons, and the loveliest ladies of ill repute far and wide. Many an opportunity suggests itself to spend those silver dollars you so richly deserved. Railroad business is a real gold mine in the state of Nevada. Wondrous rants, enjoy a ride and monstrous beast. Alright, we're all out of time for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.